Hey, look who's awake. That thing really did wonders. I can't imagine what the people would think if they knew you'd fall so quickly to a mere drug. Come on, hero. You have to have done this enough to know that I'm not going to just tell you where we are, but you can relax. I'm not really here to threaten you with anything. I just want to trade you for my sidekick and we can all go home happy. That's what I said, isn't it? Unlike some people, I'd take my friend over winning any day. And if this is the means I have to go through to make sure it happens, so be it. You also forget, hero, that I am an experienced villain. If I know one thing, it's that if we start talking, it'll distract me. If I'm so good, it shouldn't bother me anyway. What, going for my pride? Fine, you can chit-chat all you want. See if you can work your way out of here with your pretty mouth. How long have I known them? Well, it's been at least 10 years. You don't meet those you really trust at some high-class dinner party. You meet them at both of your lowests. At a point where you can really see what sort of person they are. My lowest point? That's a secret, my dear hero. You wouldn't understand it anyway, and although I want your defeat, I do not want your pity as well. Why did I go down this path? You're saying that as if I had a choice. Not everyone was born with everything they want, hero. Not everyone gets to choose their lot in life. I didn't choose this. I simply needed power to get a fair chance in life, but the moment someone starts using power that they were not born with, people call them a villain. They point their fingers at us for stealing, but only because the more power the ordinary have, the less there is for those on top. Of course, you don't know what to say, hero. You don't even understand it because you've never had to live through it. You've never had to reassure your siblings that you'd get through the night, that you would keep them safe. You've never had to question if you would go anywhere in life because despite what you think, hero, you were born as one of those on the top. Don't compare your struggle to mine, hero. There's no point in arguing about this. Just don't act like we're kindred spirits and we'll be fine. Yes, my sidekick means a lot to me, and yes, I'm willing to stop myself from getting rid of you for them. Just don't make that harder for me. You could say that. We weren't really siblings, but they were family. If they needed help, I got it for them. And if I did, they would do the same. We knew nobody else would care if we disappeared from the face of the earth, so we got that from each other. Yeah, they are special to me. And speaking of... Hello?
Lady Neverending, is that you?
Who else would it be?
Right. Well, do you have Shadow?
Want to hear him? Say something.
All right. What are your demands?
Release Neverland.
You know we can't do that. There are rules and
I
protocols
will
and...
very rudely cut your hero into pieces if you don't comply.
All right, we'll see what we can do.
Seems your friends over at the police care for you a lot. I've seen them sacrifice their fair share of heroes they believe aren't worth the struggle. Then again, with what you can do, that isn't much of a surprise. Oh, your powers? That's another side effect of the drug. Amazing, isn't it? It hasn't exactly hit the market yet, but it'll change everything. Wow, perceptive as ever, aren't you? You're right. I won't be selling it just yet. I'm not stupid. With this sort of drug, villains would go crazy overnight. They'd suddenly think that they're invincible in pig fights they cannot win. I may be a villain, hero, but I don't want unnecessary bloodshed. Though, if I'm given enough reason to, who knows what could happen. Is that a threat? Maybe. You don't think I'm a bad person. Here it is, the pity party. Calm down, hero. I know I'm not a bad person. I don't need you telling me that. You think we could have been friends? You, dear hero, are a coward. Always talking about the what ifs, the what could happens. We could be friends right now if you stopped being blind, started to see the world for what it truly is. What exactly are you blind to? Finally, a good question. I'm breaking into your shell, aren't I? Where do I begin? Maybe the fact that the police are constantly using you? Haven't you noticed that you only get called in for high-stakes missions? The ones where the police tell you you'll be protecting hundreds of thousands of people, but they never tell you what you're actually fighting. Me? Monitoring you? That's what you're focused on? Hello? Police using you for their own gain? Have you ever questioned that? Of course, you never questioned the police. Goody two-shoes. But you should start soon. You've been fighting their wars for a very long time. You never know when that could turn into an actual war. Why should you trust me? You shouldn't, hero. But you should trust the police even less. Or not even that. Just watch your steps, hero. You could be trailing in blood before you notice the bloody footsteps.
We've agreed to your demands. Our hero for your sidekick.
All right. I will send you the coordinates to locate your precious hero the moment my sidekick is released. I'll be watching the prison in 10 minutes. My sidekick better be waiting. Well, I guess this is where we say adieu. See you next time, my dear hero.
Lady Neverending? Oh, it's you. Thank goodness you're all right. Release him? Of course not. They're villains. They're the scum of the earth. Of course we didn't. Well, we got rid of him, obviously. Why are you yelling at me? What are you going to do? You're going to find Lady Neverending. What? Why?